We're back to Total Education Celebrity Show on the Total Education Network, TotalTutor.net for more information. And this is one of my youngest guests ever. But and you'd say, oh, so we're going to interview a student like in education. No, he's a celebrity. He's really he's a mover and shaker. I want to welcome the program Jackson Brundage from One Tree Hill and See Dad Run. Jackson, thanks for calling, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, fantastic. Tell our audience a little bit about your background. Then we'll go into specifically the characters that you're playing right now. Tell us how basically you broke into acting and where you are today.
Well, I got into acting when I was about 5 years old, and I started with commercials and all the normal stuff, and then I got an episode of Las Vegas with Josh Duhamel. So I did an episode of that, and that was pretty cool. And then, I don't know, maybe a couple months later, I got One Tree Hill, and then I was on that for 5 years. And that was just amazing. All the people and everything, and being in North Carolina on the East Coast was so awesome. And then now I have See Dad Run, and we're on our second season, and it's just, everything's going really good and smooth.
Well, I'm sure you are, and you're excited about it, especially we'll talk about the Kids' Choice Awards and the experience of being on this. And but first of all, a question. Now, your friends at school, are they jealous of you because of your success?
No, most of my friends at school, they just, like whenever I see them, they normally just say, hey, I saw your episode, you were really funny in that, good job. And it's not really a whole jealousy thing. It's just like they're really cool with it, and they think of it as a normal thing, so that's pretty awesome.
All right, let's talk about your character first of all. You said so One Tree Hill has ended, but what was your character on that show?
My character was Jason Scott, and he was the son of Nathan and Haley, the two main characters. And Jamie, he was just a fun-loving little kid. He liked to play sports. He liked to run around and be funny, and that's what I like to do. I love to play sports and stuff like that. So we were really similar.
Cool. And did you learn a lot from that first acting experience, especially a big role like you had for so many years on One Tree Hill? That really kind of prepared you for where you are today, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Who would you say were your best influences on the set at One Tree Hill? Who would you say helped you the most as an actor?
Probably James Lafferty, who played my dad on the show, who played Nathan. He was so fun to hang around with, and he was so motivating when he was acting, and me and him were in a scene. It was just, we were a good kid.
Okay, cool. And I guess from that process of going on that show, it prepared you for this great opportunity, and I guess the second season of See Dad Run, and that's what you're promoting today. When you first got this gig, were you excited about the storyline and being on the station that you're on?
Oh yeah, the storyline was so funny, and being on Nickelodeon is one of my favorite channels. I watch Nickelodeon like all day. And so being on Nickelodeon and the storyline, it was just the best storyline. It couldn't get better.
So let's learn about the character, and especially when I saw Scott Baio's part of this cast, so that's quite interesting. Tell us a little bit about your character and what you do on the show.
Well, my character, Joe Hobbs, he's very weird. He likes school. He's really smart. He's not up at all, which is very different from me. But, yeah, he likes to keep to himself. He doesn't really have much fun, but that makes it funny because he's so weird. And he just keeps to himself, and he's in his own little bubble.
And so that's direct opposite. What do you like at school?
What do I like in school?
No, what do you like in school? How do you act in school compared to your character?
Oh, well, of course, I love sports. I love to play around and get all sweaty, and it's just I'm really smart too. I would say I was smart, but I got on the dean's honors list for my school, which is pretty cool.
Oh, congratulations. That's great.
Thank you. But yeah, Joe, he's not athletic, and I love sports. I love basketball and football, and so we're very different. And me and Jamie Scott were really similar, so it's kind of cool.
Cool. And I guess, again, being on this show, and especially the second season, you're very excited because of the role you have playing in this, and especially your favorite station. Who are you learning most from on this set? Who would you say is your mentor as an actor on this set? Who would you say is helping you the most out to prepare?
Probably Rami Youssef, who plays Kevin, David's assistant. He's really funny. He jokes around, and that's what basically everybody does when we're during rehearsal. We just like to do our own thing. But yeah, Rami, he's so cool and nice. He has nicknames, but he's really cool. But yeah, he's just so fun, and we always play around and stuff like that. So he's really cool.
That's cool. And I guess when you shoot, is it a certain season, that, like a certain time period where you're always on the set? Where you for the show? Is it like and then do you leave school for that time, or are you able to go to school while you're filming as well?
Yeah, whenever I'm not in a couple scenes, we'll go back to school, and then we'll school for as long as we can. If it's normally we try to get 20 minutes because that counts towards our school, but if we get under 20 minutes, then it doesn't really count. But, yeah, we try to do as much school as we can when I'm not noticing. So we try to work it out as best we can.
How far is the set from your school?
It's only about like 20 minutes. So it's pretty close.
Are there any other celebrity actors at your school that you attend? Anybody else that works in the business?
It's just Ryan Newman, who plays my older sister Emily, and then Bailey, who plays Jamie on the show. She's in the other room. So it's an office of two rooms, and it's me and Ryan in one room with our teacher, and Bailey in another room with her teacher. So it's just the three of us.
Okay, cool. All right, tell us a little bit about, I guess, the experience of going to the Kids' Choice Awards. Was that a really fun time?
Oh, the Kids' Choice Awards were so awesome. I went the year before, and the year before was amazing. But it was so cool because we got to be on camera and we got to do our own thing, and got to set and stuff like that. But it was so cool. All the people that got signed and all the performances were really awesome.
And who was your favorite to meet at the event? Everyone has their favorite person that maybe they never met before that they got to meet. Who was your favorite?
I met and took a picture with Kristen Stewart, which was really awesome.
So you were excited about that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Where do you see yourself as an actor, especially with the show now? But where do you see yourself wanting to do movies as well at one point in time?
Oh yeah, I would love to do a movie, probably like a comedy action movie, because I like to do my own stunts because I did my own stunts on One Tree Hill, and so kind of like a comedy action, like maybe cool. So you're cool.
So, what does your mom think of you saying you like to do your own stunts? Does she like hearing that, or she rather have a stunt person doing it when you're talking about an action movie and doing your own stunts?
Well, I mean, she's okay with it as long as there's a lot of safety, like a lot of paths and stuff. But it's not really like big stunts, like jumping off buildings and stuff. It's just normal, like say falling down stairs or something like that. That's just normal. If I put on a bunch of pads and there's a pad at the end of the stairs and stuff like that, so it's not really too big.
And do you have acting classes? Are you constantly taking acting classes as well during your time working on See Dad Run?
No, I don't really take acting classes. Normally, I work with my acting coach whenever I go out on an audition or something, but no, straight acting stuff.
And so that's cool, because I guess getting the experience of being on a big show like See Dad Run, you have the opportunity to practice a lot, and especially the different things. So movies, all the different things. Where do you see this show going? Do you see Dad Run having a long run, just like One Tree Hill? What are you thinking about that?
I I think See That Run will go for at least 4 or 5 seasons. I think it'll go pretty far. I think it'll do really good. The ratings higher and higher each time. So I think it's going to be a pretty popular show.
And so that's awesome. And thinking about when you were talking about your career, where do you see yourself in 10 years as an actor? Where, again, in 10 years, especially, the stories of child actors, I'm sure you already are hearing about it. I'm sure your parents are already telling you, make sure that you keep, understand that not everyone works all the time. So that what is your game plan to make sure that you can go from a child actor to an adult actor and still continue to work in the business and be successful? What is your game plan so far? Do you have any ideas?
Well, in 10 years, I see myself finished with college and done with college and maybe getting some movie deals and stuff like that. So finishing my education, which is always good, and hopefully getting a couple movie deals, which would be pretty cool.
Well, and I'm sure that your agent's already working on that, right? Especially if things continue to go the way they go. And I think a lot of times Nickelodeon does spin-offs, don't they? Take a syndicated show and say, you know what, maybe we can have them in a movie as well, right? That you see that all the time, don't you?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
All the time. And so I guess soon you'll be going to school. What is your focus on now? Especially, you have a radio interview. You're up pretty early in the morning. Your normal routine every day. Is it like every other kid? Because I'm sure kids are asking that, saying, okay, Jackson, are you a normal kid in the morning and getting up, maybe complaining to mom, saying, I don't really want to get up in the morning, or are you really become disciplined in this field so far?
Well, we've kind of gotten it into the routine, so waking up is not really a problem. Waking up, having breakfast, and then drop my brother off at school, and then we're on the road, the studios, and basically right as I get there, I hop into school for maybe about an hour or hour and a half-ish, and so it's just kind of gotten into a daily routine for us.
And is it weird when you're seen out in public and people know who you are? Is that strange? How are you getting used to that? Where they say, "Oh, they're."
Well, it's not really so weird now because it's been happening for a while that I get recognized like outside and wherever I go. But yeah, I'll get recognized like basically anywhere. Like I'll get recognized at the pool one time when I'm like swimming in the pool, and then I'll get recognized at the mall and stuff like that. And so I'll get recognized everywhere, but it's kind of died down, which is really good, because it used to be like on One Tree Hill, it used to be like an everyday thing that I would get recognized. But it's kind of died down since I've gotten this new show, but hopefully we get more fans and it picks up again, so.
Well, you definitely, I'm sure, especially with the cast and everything in the second season, again, people that you have One Tree Hill has all different audiences watching, while Nickelodeon has a certain audience, your favorite thing. So, Jackson, where can people find more information on you, learn more about See Dad Run, and more what you do? Where do you have a Twitter, or do you have a Facebook for people to kind of follow you, or do you have a website to check things out?
I don't have a website, I don't have a Twitter or Facebook or anything, but if they want to learn more about the show, they can go to nick.com and go into the See Dad Run file, I guess, and read all about See Dad Run and read the storyline and stuff, and make sure to watch it Sundays at 8.
All right, everyone should check it out. I'll make sure that my little girl, who's 7, will watch it and I'll remember about it and say, hey, look, I interviewed Jackson. So, Jackson, thanks for coming on the show. Love to have you back in a couple months to give us an update of other projects you have going on, or to talk more about See Dad Run. So thanks for calling.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, take care. All right, you're listening to the Total Education Celebrity Show. We'll be back in just a moment.